Welcome to Clash of Health. Thanks for being here today. It's January 3rd, 2025. I had planned on doing a free flow Friday and talking about the gene keys, and it just has not come to be. Every time I try to speak, my dog starts to act up, and I'm just taking it as a sign to do something that I hadn't planned on doing, and that is give an Akashic weather report today. So I had no intention of even going into the Akash today, and definitely had no intention of putting out a weather report, but one did come through that seems particularly pertinent for whatever reason today to put out there. Don't know if it has to do with my shadow. And if you know Richard Rudd's work with the gene keys, it's 3 levels of these codon rings within our DNA matrix, which corresponds with our birthday and our astrological chart. So the lowest vibration is the shadow, and the middle one is the gift, and then the highest vibration is the siddhi. But yeah, it might be my shadow with this astrological report, but I really have gotten the push to put it out there. So here it is. Harry for naught that you will see the end, this day true. Cataclysmic changes are upon the nation of the woe, People's Republic of China. Ringing bells, church bells, seeing people hurrying around. It was like a scene from the mid 1800s, mid 19th century. Yes, a red falcon bird of fire, grim dance with eternity. And then I got a pain in my ovary, almost like a pain in my ovary when I was getting this message. I see the gates of hell opening and all beings let out. Shadow, you can see it. You can see it that way if it makes you feel good. Okay, so I said, is it my shadow? You know, am I getting this message around my shadow? And they said, well, you can see it that way if it makes you feel good, that it's just your shadow. I see a stream of people lining up and it doesn't feel good. I'm caught up in a vortex. Yes, a vortex of linear time, they tell me. I saw a P word being put out there like on a piece of cloth. And I said, what's that P word? And it said prophet. Go back to the ice age and you will understand more. Trickery, hints from the past. Don't get caught up in the minutia of things. See the monkey from the Wizard of Oz. So I saw the monkey from the Wizard of Oz. And I was wondering, what do they represent? So I'm going to just read this message and then look up some of this stuff before I get offline. I tell you, my dog has just been whining for the last hour. It's been bizarre. I mean, usually he calms down, but I don't know. Just taking it as a message just to read this and put the video out there. I see swirling wind, like the whirlpool I saw as like a manifestation of 2025. I saw like a whirlpool on New Year's Eve. Is this me, this whirlpool? And it said not necessarily a personal message, but it is a collective one. A time warp. I see like freezing rain, an ice storm against a glass window. I ask again, is it my shadow? And they said, in part, it will take a pilgrimage of faith. Light chasm, a screenplay. Feel myself back in Egypt, sitting in the warm sand. It feels good until the wind starts blowing up the sand and it gets in my eyes. I get on a camel, that same kind of scene that I've had the last few days, a camel going to Egypt. I go to the Galapagos Islands. I see the flora and the fauna, wildlife. Things will begin where they end, I'm told. All will be a witness to the next, quote, shitstorm of this existence. I see a red banner, a warning. Yes, absolutely. They say, is this just my shadow? I keep asking, is it my shadow? Is it my shadow? And when I think this, I feel nauseous. So I don't know what that nausea meant. I want it to just be me though. I see a vault. Okay, so I see this vault. I see this Buddha statue almost like laying prone in the well, they're laying supine, they're laying on their back in this vault. I get in with the statue and the vault closes and it feels really good in there. I'm just like, I'm getting this transmission, this Buddha transmission in this vault. And then the door opens. So it's kind of interesting. I wasn't afraid when I was in the vault. Like I would normally be afraid in this vault, but I wasn't. And then the door opened and I'm told I have to go up to the ladder of ascension. So I'm trying to go up to this ladder of proverbial ascension, and there's a chain around my ankle. And I'm able to climb up to a certain extent with this chain. And then I realize that the chains are hungry ghosts, like the addictions, the things that hold me and maybe everybody back is these kleshas, so to speak, these clinging things that hold us back from being free. And I feel this chain and I think it's on my right ankle and I'm trying to release it. And I have to literally shapeshift and drop my ankle through to be able to let it go. And then I go up to these high realms and I'm sitting cross-legged in meditation in the ethers and I'm floating and it feels so good. I'm up there floating, but at the same time, I can feel that chain around my ankle. So the chain's around my ankle, but I'm still free in this upper realms meditating. So it's kind of this weird feeling of, even though it wasn't directly held on me, it was held on me. And let's see. So I realized that the reason the chain is still there is I have a connection to the material world and some enslavements with the material world. And then I'm eventually zoomed up with Christ beyond where I'm meditating to the upper realms. And together we see all falling away except what is real and has merit. So meditating, feel this klesha, this clinging, what do you call it? Like a chain around my ankle, go up. Then I'm able to like go with Christ. It didn't come through as Jesus, it was Christ. Christ took me, or I went with him, or we together went up to God, the God realm. And basically the message was all is going to need to fall away on earth except that which has merit. All right, my dog again. Sorry I didn't get to the free flow Friday today with the gene keys. I'm going to put something in the notes about the gene keys and you can take a look at it. And if you want to go to genekeys.com, you can get a free profile. And I just needed to get this Akashic message out here today for whatever reason. Have a good day.